Welcome to Everything Currency. My name is Jay, and I'm the host with the most. Let me turn this music down a little bit. Welcome to Everything Currency. Happy Tuesday to everybody who's tuning in right now. Today, I'm here with my lovely co-host Stacy Serrano. We are getting back to it. We are here every Monday through Friday, except yesterday because it was a holiday. So, we got to take holidays. Stacy, I hope you had a good holiday over the weekend, whether you celebrate or not. Look, whether you guys celebrate or not, you got to still enjoy the holidays. That's what they're for. But today we're going to be talking to you guys a little bit about this Bitcoin price, some Bitcoin news, and we got a very interesting stream because we're going to trade with AI, and we're going to do it probably different than you have ever seen it before. We're going to let AI do everything. We're going to let AI and we're going to do it with meme coins. So we're going to allow AI to tell us when to get out. And I just want to say, I think this is going to be pretty interesting because we did a little test run of it already, and it was pretty fun. And AI actually is a better trader than all of us.
Well, it's just because it has discipline and it
Yes,
doesn't have emotions.
it doesn't have emotions.
Think that's where when we come down to trading something, we need to have discipline and we need to get rid of our emotions when we're doing so. And I think that that's the way we're going to win no matter what. And also, at the end of the day, AI see a win as a win. AI doesn't see a 10x as a low win. It sees it as a win no matter what. It sees a 2x as a win. And I think
Yes.
a lot of us will go see a 2x and be like, oh, fuck, I only made a 2x. Dude, that's a.
I was just talking to my boy about that yesterday. I'm like, we're so spoiled in crypto to where it's like, like, because, we do the stock trading in the morning. It's like a 10% is a good play. And we're over here just like 10% is literally like nothing. We waste 10% just to get in with our slippage.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's like a crazy mindset and a psychology thing that goes on here where it's like, if you can make 10% easy over and over and just do that 100 times,
Right.
why not? Why sit there and wait for the once in a lifetime 100x or whatever? But AI, so AI doesn't have any emotions, so we're gonna let it tell us what to do. So shout out to Yosef. Salute. Good morning, my guy, or good afternoon now. Good afternoon. So before we get into that, let's take a look at this Bitcoin chart because we sitting at a nice level right now. We had a nice pump over the weekend. Bitcoin is looking really, really nice right now.
Yes,
Looking at
sir.
Yeah, we are at 91,500. Do you guys remember a couple weeks ago when we were at 75K and I was telling you guys it's okay, just time to buy, it's time to slowly trickle in. We talked about this swing low, which usually shows some signs that we're going to bounce. When you see these wicks getting bought up like
Mhm.
this, there's some positivity in there. Also, the RSI is curving up, so we're looking very good on this weekly chart, especially when we just zoom out and we see this yellow line pattern right here, and we're kind of like holding it perfectly. So we bounced on it. So hopefully we head up to the next levels, and that would mean all-time highs for Bitcoin right now.
Right.
So I don't know who wouldn't be happy with some all-time highs for Bitcoin, but that brings up the sentiment of the entire market
Right.
because our market makers get happy. And then every other thing we do, whether it's NFTs or RWAs or whatever else is happening, starts pumping after that. So good signs for the Bitcoin chart. And if you know me, you know that this blue line is my bread and butter. Once we get above that blue line, we start cashing out, start making a lot of money right there.
Yeah, and I was talking to a good friend of mine this morning, and he basically, because he's a really big meme coin guy,
Uh
and
huh.
he basically was just saying if Bitcoin stays at this level within the next coming week or so, or even higher, we're about to start the bull run. And on top of that, everything new projects are going to be made, and people are going to start making some real good money. So hopefully, we can stay around this range within the next week or so, because that is already bullish, and people are going to start making money, and I'm super excited.
Yeah, so the level to watch right now, would be this red line. It would be 85K. If we hold 85K kind of happily and maybe we bounce somewhere over here, I'm expecting that we really test this little line right here, 85K. And when we do, the target from there would be 150K Bitcoin. Yeah, so looking at the DXY, usually this going down means that our other assets are doing good. So that's, on a free fall right now. And then the total too which is this is our altcoins, NFTs, and all that stuff. It's definitely just gonna follow Bitcoin, and it's not even close to where Bitcoin's at. So we can see a nice some nice positive action, hopefully in the next coming weeks. So it turns out that, the last 3 to 4 weeks was the perfect time to start accumulating and getting into this market and learning and tuning into the stream and subscribing and all that stuff. Wink, wink with a nudge, nudge. Um, Yosef says exactly 100. If Bitcoin could just hold, then we are good. Okay, yeah. So the OGs and the people who have been here know. So other bullish news, real quick, before we get into this AI trading, which I'm really really excited about because let's see if we can make some money today. Is exchanges are having a bit of a change of heart now that you know, crypto is getting accepted finally. So
Right.
X, which a lot of new tokens and a lot of low cap gems are launched on LocaX, is now available in the US. So that's pretty dope. We'll be able to use OKX and
Go! I'm super excited because
right, you like
I was just on OKX not even like 3 weeks ago, and it was
mhm,
telling me that I couldn't do anything because it was out of the region and all this stuff. So now that it's in the US, brand new doors are opening for
for
us.
sure.
I'm super
Big doors opening. And the thing about crypto exchanges, I think people don't take enough advantage of is
yeah,
like all the extra little like perks and contests and all this stuff. So like literally, if you're someone who is dealing in crypto and you have less than $10,000, if you have less than $10,000 in crypto, go to Coinbase, go to OKX, go to KuCoin, whatever exchange you can. Well, you can't use KuCoin, but if you're outside the US, you can
yeah, yeah, yeah,
go to these exchanges and take advantage of all these little perks and stuff because they're just dishing money out. They're like, oh, deposit 200, we'll give you an extra 150. All you
yeah,
have to do is do one trade with it. Do one trade, make a dollar cat, you got an extra 150. So
yeah.
like, and they have all type of like trading competitions that not a lot of people are entered into, and you'd be surprised like how easy it might be to win, or how you might get yourself a nice $2,500 for playing around with some extra stuff on the exchange or something. So if you're definitely that's something to look at if you're somebody who is dealing with less than $10,000 in crypto right now. These exchanges are just dishing out free money because they still want to get people involved in crypto. So
Right. Exactly. And even like sometimes they'll have like, little tasks that you can do to when you're learning about crypto or like different things coming into the space. And then they give you coins for that. They give you crypto for that, for just literally coming and learning about it. Take advantage of that.
for
Take
sure.
even if it's like 30 minutes where you can just learn about something new and then you get crypto because of it. Who cares if it's fucking $20?
Right.
That's 20 bucks you didn't have before. So, and it's 30 minutes of your time.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you're like me, then you know that like you get 1,000x at $20. So like a $20 or a dollar doesn't
Right,
go over your head. You can turn that into 20,000 for sure.
right.
And other exchange news, I think we've been hearing about this for long. Coinbase confirms that it's actively considering the U.S. banking license.
License. Oh my God. You don't understand how big this is, guys. Coinbase had trying, considering, or is actively working on getting a banking license. Do you understand that this means that Coinbase can literally become the bank
Yeah,
and work as a bank?
yeah, that's gonna be sick. Hey, no more transferring money in and out, right? Just that's your account right
Oh
there.
man,
That's your account right
I
there.
need this. Well, I mean, even like what's it called? Like Avax just came out with their Visa card that
Yeah,
you can use
yeah.
anywhere.
Like the thing about the Visa cards is like under the hood, like how they work is not like ideal. So like even though Coinbase has cards that you can use and sell and do crypto and stuff like that, it's not like the ideal way to do crypto transactions. It's like there's middlemen and there's fees and all that stuff. So like Coinbase being able to be the bank is just gonna be crazy.
No, that's gonna be insane, and I can't wait because then now we don't have to wait for it to go into our bank and all this and all the nonsense. And we can just do it straight from Coinbase.
Yeah,
So that's very exciting in the crypto community. Let me see if you can go down below and what it says here.
right
It
here.
says the crypto industry is undergoing significant regulation changes, prompting industry giants like Coinbase to consider applying for banking licenses. U.S. crypto firms are increasingly exploring entry in traditional finance. On April 22nd, Crypto.news reached out to Coinbase, which confirmed it to actively consider the possibility of obtaining a U.S. banking license. Holy fuck. Okay. Uh,
Damn.
wow. It says the banking licenses would also grant access to Federal Reserve protections and deposit insurance, potentially making customers more
Yo.
secure. However, gaining such licenses involves stricter regulations, uh, frontally and high compliance costs. So that's the only, obviously, the only thing that we got to worry about. But it also says the push towards more licenses aim for a more crypto friendly U.S. administration under the President Donald Trump. Regulatory agencies like the SEC are taking more lenient approach, largely thanks to Trump's political appoints. I mean, we've been saying, obviously, crypto is Trump's, like, OG thing. Like, he loves crypto. He wants crypto to be around, and it wants to be more crypto friendly here in the US.
Yeah, he likes the votes. Like he knows how powerful and how big the crypto community is at this
Right.
point, and
Right.
he's gonna use it. He's gonna use it to his advantage. But also, I think he has some people in his on his team and around him who kind of see. I mean, him himself. He just extracted a couple $1 billion in a couple days with a token, so he sees the power. And when you can move money like that, and that fast and that freely is like you can't do that outside of crypto.
Yeah.
You just can't do
Yeah.
that outside of crypto.
No.
Yost says, "Man, I was telling a friend today that the fact that the SEC chairman, we do have a new SEC chairman. Did you know the new SEC chairman? I think they said he holds over 6 million in crypto.
Wow.
Yeah, so he says we might be able to get back those exchanges that was banned, like KuCoin, Mexi, and BitTrue. Yeah, we're gonna get back all the ones who are not doing as much money laundering. You know what I mean? Because there is some money laundering, some weird stuff going on. Any exchange that's kind of tied to like the Tether cartel, which we won't get into that, but any exchange tied to that is going to be like pretty interesting. And then, yep, at least we can use it. And then, right. They got to put the fees down. Yeah, so interesting things going on, bullish, super bullish things going on with crypto. I mean, there's a lot of exchanges and crypto tokens have tried to be banks before. They've been talking about it for a long time, but Coinbase doing it is promising. Yeah, I mean, they're at the table with the cabinet of the US. They're in all the regulatory talks. They already beat the SEC. So, and they got the money. They got the money to do it. Like, you might not like Coinbase, but they have the money to push this industry forward, and they have the clout to do it too. Really, it's the clout. It's not even the money, because a lot of people have the money, but Coinbase gets to say, "Hey, we've been here since the beginning. We know what the hell we're doing." So
Well, I
that's why.
mean, this is what we mostly use, to transfer our crypto.
Yeah,
So, like, yeah, I know that a lot of us have love and hate for Coinbase, but at the end of the day, most of us still use it to transfer crypto into real
yes,
cash. So it is what it is. And if they're actively considering a U.S. banking license, this is life changing for every single person in crypto. I don't think you understand.
yeah.
Obviously, there's probably some cons, like, kind of like how they just said, it's a little bit more regulatory, but I
Damn.
don't think it'll ever be in the form of like how every bank runs, obviously, because at the end of the day, this is crypto.
Right. But the pros are pretty big. The insurance part for crypto would be huge, because that would cause a rush of money if crypto starts to get insured.
Right.
So, and then of course that might come with some bad side. I just hope that Coinbase gets better customer service before they become a bank.
Right.
That's the main thing. This one was pretty interesting. So we've been talking about what's been going on with like base and this Jesse guy
Oh,
and
base.
and
Let's hear about base.
and all this stuff. So now, Zora was the platform that token launched on. I guess its bases kind of like their launch pad, kind of like their pump fun or their moonshot or
Mhm.
whatever. And they just made this announcement uh, a little bit ago. where it is this right here. Zora announces Zora bans NFTs without warning and launches airdrop with zero rights. So Coinbase supported Instagram copycat Zora has frustrated users with a number of controversial decisions that appear to go completely against their previous stances. First, with no warning, they terminated NFTs, and now they want to go with this whole like meme coin thing. So everyone's kind of getting pissed off with Jesse because he's saying coin everything.
Mhm.
Creator of Base, and he's saying that you should coin everything. We talked about it in previous streams, and now it seems like their platform is moving away from NFTs, which people think this is a horrible time to be moving away from NFTs because a lot of people are seeing some comebacks to NFT land. So yeah, so and then they had a token launch tomorrow, so we'll see how that goes for them. But it's pretty interesting to see that they're abandoning NFTs now. They're going full fledged of coins at Coinbase now.
Right. Exactly. Yeah,
Interesting.
no, I mean, at the end of the day, people are going to always do what they think is right for their company and whatever. But NFTs right now are having an NFT bull run, right? So, like, this couldn't be a worse time.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Like, seriously, like, come on. Like, I mean, NFTs are booming right now. Like, everyone's flipping NFTs and making money on it. I know I am. I know a lot of people who are making NFTs, money right now. But it is what it is. If they feel like that's what's right for their company, then go for it. Everybody else is going to win in the space at the end of the day. Maybe they have a bigger thing that they want to focus on, and that's why they want to stay away from NFTs.
Yeah, I think they're really banking on this coin everything idea. So we'll see how it works out for them. That's just one part of their entire chain. I don't think it's going to affect like the entire chain in the long run or whatever. It's just one part.
Right.
But let's get into some trading. So let's do this. So let's tell them what we're going to do, and then let's do it.
Okay. So basically, a while ago, me and Jay, we were just kind of looking at new, fresh ideas on what to do when it came to trading meme coins specifically. And I basically had asked ChatGPT, I'm like, oh, like, what are some ideas we can use, whatever. And then ChatGPT literally said, use me to trade.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. I was like, let's give this a try. So it's gotten so good to the point where it can now read contract addresses. So all you have to do is copy and paste the contract address of the project, and you can even obviously send the pictures, you can send the videos, you can live stream the freaking chart with it, and then it can talk to you through the whole entire thing, it's even more insane. But on today's stream we're not going to do that. We're going to do more of just text, and just maybe send the pictures if it's needed. But basically you send the contract address, whatever, you find a coin that you like. First things first, it'll give you a whole entire strategy on what you need to do, right? So you'll tell it, hey, I have X amount of money that I can afford to put into a um a coin, right?
Yeah.
And this is the market cap of the coin. This is where it comes from. This is the social media, it's all this stuff, whatever.
Hmm.
And from there, the AI will give you a whole entire entry and exit
Exit. Yeah.
strategy. But not only exit and entries strategy, but also what, like, the time to take profit. We're
Yeah.
talking about like taking your initials 2x, 10x, 30x, whatever. And it will even tell you if this coin is going to rug or not.
Yeah. Let's do it. I'm ready.
On top of that, it'll
It's
tell
gonna
you
be fun.
how many bundles the coin has. It'll tell you if the person who created this coin has good track record or not.
Yeah, it's
It'll tell
crazy the
you,
amount of information that it'll give you like from this.
dude, it'll literally even tell you, hey, don't don't enter until it gets to this point. So
Hmm.
if let's say the coin is at a 250K market cap and it tells you, okay, wait till it gets to 200K market cap, right?
Yeah.
It tells you do not
It was
enter.
like, do not buy. Do you want to buy the top? Let's do it.
They're
Let's
like,
go.
why would you want to buy the top? They're like, enter only if it hits 200K.
Yeah.
Once it hits 200K, put in X amount of money. And this is
Right.
how much you're going to make once it hits 300K. Take out your initials as soon as it does this. Then let the rest ride. It literally tells you everything step by step. And we're going to do it today live on stream. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and I'm going to type in everything so you can see exactly what it does, what it tells me, all this stuff. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I
Maybe
already,
some people can follow along too. It'll be sick.
right. Yes. If you guys want to follow and trade with us and test it out, go for it. Again, at the end of the day, only invest what you can afford. Do not put in what you can't afford.
Yeah,
Seriously.
something like this is an experiment. Have fun. It's not. Yeah,
Yes.
careful with your
Exactly.
bags. Don't be. Don't sell the house for this one. Can't wait for Toshi to take off. Toshi, my guy's big on Toshi. Let's see. A lot of gems on Coinbase Ventures. Yeah, Coinbase Ventures. You guys take a look at those.
Yes. But by
Um,
the way, guys, you don't have to do this just with memes. You can do this with anything. Any kind of trading you can do this with. We're just testing it
yeah.
out memes because I feel like memes are a lot easier when it comes to the strategy. It's a lot more fun. We can kind of like get things done faster than if we were to go and try to trade, like an altcoin or a fucking,
Well, there's
just
like a lot of extra things that go into memes too, and
right.
when we tested this, I was surprised that the AI actually knew those things. So let's
Right.
do it. Let's pull up your screen and let's see how we can start. Like, what do we start off with? We start with a blank Chat GPT. What do we tell it? Where do we start?
Yeah,
Let's.
so I'm gonna show you right now. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, while you do that, I'll answer some of these comments. Um, Said this is what I really need to learn how to use AI. It's pretty easy. You can go to AI and type in AI and say, "How do I use you?" You can literally go to AI and say, "How do I use you?"
If Jay, if you can help me
Yeah,
add in my
I
screen to
got you. I got you. Give me a sec.
appreciate
Let
it.
me do this real quick.
So I already put it into
Okay, here we
ChatGPT.
are.
By the way, we're using ChatGPT as the AI. By the way, guys, this is what we're using, and we're using
Now,
Chat.
is this the regular version? Is it the paid
Now,
version? Which Chat
now
GPT
for
is it?
regular version, you have to pay for it if you want the actual thing. This is ChatGPT 4.0, okay?
Okay.
This is a paid version because it gives you the full 9 yards, okay? So I have already put into here. I said, let's trade meme coins together. Okay. Jay, you're not showing the screen. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So I said, let's trade meme coins together. And I said, yes, let's get DJ rich together. I'm down. Tell me what you're eyeing on today. I'll pull charts, check farming wallets, and help you plan entry and exit if you want. Fresh launches on Pump Fund, coins trending on X, farming traps to avoid, exit and entry strategy with stop loss plus moon bag. Let's cook this meme bag into a Lambo. What's your trading budget today and where are we hunting? Okay. So trading budget, let's say we only have a trading budget of $50, okay?
Yeah,
I
I'm
have
ready. I see. I got 50 in a Phantom wallet right now.
I
Let's
have
let's go.
$50 to trade as my budget, okay? And let's go ahead. I'm going to go into Photon really quick before we go ahead and enter that. And I'm going to find a coin. Any coin, by the way, guys. I'm literally just gonna go into any coin and I'm just gonna ask it, hey, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
And should we how can I make money on this? Okay, it's just so you guys
Okay.
can see.
So you're gonna pull up a coin that's just like in the trending on Photon. You
Yes,
said. Okay.
exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna go to Photon right now. Oh wait, I need to go in to Chrome right now. Give me 1 second. So So photon, and then I'm just gonna literally go on mean scope and just find a coin that I believe looks decent. Okay, so anything that's graduated also already. I'm not gonna go with anything that's not graduated yet.
Okay.
It looks like everything. Okay, so I found this one right here for 269K. 269K is called Tokery Finance, and it's currently sitting at 269K. So I'm gonna go ahead and copy the contract address, and I'm gonna say this is a coin. This is a coin from Pump Fun, and it's called Tofi. This is the contract address. Contract address. Can't even type. Tell me what I need to do to make money on this coin. Okay, and I'm going to put the contract address right there. And then we're going to send, and let's see what it says. All right, so it says, great. With your $50 budget and interest in trading the Tofi token on Pump Fund, here's a step-by-step guide to help you navigate this opportunity. So the Tofi cone, and then they went ahead and gave you the contract address that I put. It's a newly launched meme coin on Pump Fund. Okay. It says, obviously, we don't need to set up a wallet. We already have that. It's kind of tips to avoid scams. Cool, cool, cool. I needed to trade with me. So let's trade this coin with a strategy. We don't need to know the nonsense because we already know how to trade that.
Yeah.
So strategy. Can't even spell strategy. How do you spell strategy, everyone?
Wow, there you go.
All right.
It's okay. ChatGPT can read typos.
All right. So here it is. It says
Check
step
the
one.
vibes first.
Yeah. So check the vibes first. It said how many holders? Under 100 equals early, over 400 equals riskier unless still trending. So right now, can you pull up the chart? I'm gonna
I
send
was
you.
gonna say, can you send me the contract address,
Yeah,
and then
yeah, yeah.
I'll post it in the comments too, just in case anybody.
Well, also put if you can pull up the chart as well while we're showing the chat GPT, that'd be great. So that way we can show everybody the chart as we're doing the chat GPT.
Okay, here's what I'll do. I'm gonna put our pretty faces to the side real quick.
Yeah, you guys don't need to see us. We're trying to make money here, guys.
Okay, here we go. Close this. Share this tab.
is telling us to start off with $35 entry. Okay. We're
Yeah.
not using our full $50 yet. That's why it's telling us if we believe in this coin and we believe it's actually going to do something, then put another $10 if it dips again, which is absolutely insane. But it means that you have conviction into this coin. Okay. And then it says step three, exit strategy. When the market cap hits 2x of your entry, take 40 to 50% profit. This recovers your initial plus gives you a little bonus. And it says target number two, if it continues, hit a 3 to 5x, exit another 30 to 40%. Moonbag, leave the remaining 10 to 20% just in case 100x's. If it rugs, you have already secured profits. And then it go into even has risk management. It looks like you're not showing ChatGPT right now.
Yeah, I'm not showing ChatGPT right now. I got some. I got a notification that they couldn't hear us when we showed the entire screen. So, and I know what happened, but basically for you guys who couldn't hear us, we were showing the screen, we were showing the chart, and what ChatGPT said. ChatGPT said enter. What I put on the chart is the level that ChatGPT said enter, which was around 248. So my bad for you guys that couldn't hear us. We wanted to share both of the screens, but we didn't. I didn't transfer the audio. But according to this, it's already up. It's going crazy right now.
It's already up. Okay, so we already entered in at 250, everyone. We entered in at 250. Now we're waiting for this to hit a 2x.
Yeah, so a 2x would be 500. Let me mark that level. Um, it said 2x or it said 1.5, didn't it?
It said 1.5 to 2x, so depending on you.
Okay. I'll make this orange. So I'll make the first one. This is our first level target is 1.5, and then maybe what is it, like 650 would be the
Yeah,
next
so
level.
and once it hits a 2x, we're gonna go ahead and take a 50% profit from that, which will give us our initial back plus some profit, obviously. Once it does that, then we're waiting for a 3 to 5x, which will take in another 30 to 40%. And then once we take out 30-40% from the 3 to 5x, then we're going to go ahead and leave the remaining 10 to 20% just in case the coin 100x's. And then we can go ahead and take our profits. But by that time, it also says if it rugs, we have already secured our profits at the 2x. So that's we're trying to get the
Mm-hmm.
2x. At the end of the day, we're trying to get the 2x. That's the whole point, right?
Oh yeah. So what does it give us for like? Does it give us anything for like risk management as far as like if the coin starts dipping, or basically it just says like
Yes. it
scared money
says
don't make money.
So it says risk management, set alerts, use Photon to set price or MC alerts. Keep an eye on volume. If volume dries up, get out early. Exit if whales start dumping or if volume starts stalling out. So here's the beauty about this. If you use anything like a Bullx, which I personally use more Bullx to trade, you can
Mm-hmm.
actually set stop losses so that this doesn't happen and it automatically.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
But here, like it even says right here, optional tools if you want to get fancy, bot trading, GMGN bot or Soul Integrators DM for setups. Chart watching photons lets you see dump slash buys in real time. So that's the difference between how having different platforms, and it all depends on how can you sit around and really watch the chart, or do you want to more trust yourself in regarding to having more of a stop loss or just looking at the chart yourself. So it really all depends at the end of the day what you want to
What
do
you want to do? Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah,
So right
stop
now,
losses and like targets are best because then that shows you know what you're aiming for.
right, exactly. So right now, Jay, you can go ahead and take away ChatGPT now that we already know what we need to do. And let's just go ahead and look at the chart now. We entered in at 250, everybody. The coin is currently sitting at 300K, 309K right now. It has 1,000 holders.
Hmm.
Volume is looking at 94K for the 5 minute chart, and there's 62 K in liquidity. So this has potential of running up again.
But we're
Because
up 25. Let's see, 20 according to the price right now. We're up 20%. It went up 60%. So we'll see if it. It
so
said watch
all
it.
we
Hold
need
on.
to do is hit a 2x right now. We need a 2x
Yeah.
at 50%. Once it
Let
hits
me
50% profit, then we'll take our initials and a little bit of profit, which is 50%. Then we're
So
gonna
when
let
did it tell us to put in 10 more dollars?
it. We're only putting $10 more if it dips again.
Okay, okay. Is this considered a dip like to 150 here?
It's at 150.
It's at one
But
oh no, it's at
for me it shows 280K.
284. My bad. I said 150. I meant
Yeah, yeah.
250. My bad.
I would consider another dip if it gets back to 250 again,
Right, right.
because that's our original entry.
Yeah. And then this is I'll make our entry level red. Our target is green. This let me delete that. Okay, so we got the play. This is
Now all it is just watching the chart,
I
everyone.
was just watching the chart, seeing if it's a play. So I wonder, because like disclaimer, you did you find this token before or whatever? Because there
No,
might be some people that
I
okay, so it
literally,
isn't.
I all I did was I went on Photon, I went on Meme Scope, and I went to all the coins that were graduated, and I went to one that I felt like looked kind of decent. And mind you, I found that within like what, like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I did not know anything about this coin whatsoever. I just saw the market cap. It looked like a decent coin. Here it is. Now we're trading this coin, everybody. We
Okay,
entered
just so people who want to recreate this, I'm gonna come back to the chart in a second, but so this is where you were right here. You were on Photon, right?
Yep.
And then you went up here to Meme Scope
Yep.
up here, and then so it gave you all these. So you
Yep.
got newly created, about to graduate, and graduated,
Yep.
and you went over here and you just found one.
I literally just I go by I like to go with coins that are 100 to 300K.
Okay, so
That's like that's where I like
right
to look
here,
for.
100. So this one would be 139K,
Yes.
like this one. Okay. And then so you would take this token right here.
Yep.
Obviously, there's not much information on the chart, so you don't really know.
Right.
And then you would just copy this and throw it into ChatGPT.
Correct. Exactly. I wouldn't even do any research. I would let ChatGPT do all the work for me,
Mm, okay.
which is a little risky.
Yeah, little risky, but I mean, look,
But
look at
hey,
this,
we're
look at this
already
chart. Look at
risking.
this chart.
Look
It's
at this
doing
coin.
good.
I don't
Look at
care
this chart.
if we just get a 2x, that's a 2x, everyone.
That's a 2x. A 2x. I mean, double your
Mind
money.
you, we're
You
getting
can't
a
do that
2x.
with a 9 to 5 in
Right.
in a
And
day.
mind you, we're getting a 2x from a $35 entry because we're not using our full $50 just yet. We're only using our full $50 if it dips, meaning it's waiting for another entry. And this is where a lot of us fuck up because you guys just put your all your money in on the top and sell at the bottom like a
Well, yeah, you know. And
dumbass.
even right here, it'll be like, yeah, that's a 50%. You can take a 50% right there. Put 1,000 in right there. You got 500.
And what is it currently at? 367K. Let's go.
367.
We're
I think it
mooning.
would be, yeah, if you put 1,000 in there, it might move this price a little bit more than you want it to, but still, almost at the first take profit level. So we'll see if it hits there. This is nice.
I think it can.
Yeah.
I think it definitely can. It's going up. It's going up, and we're looking at some good volume. We have good holders. Like as soon as it hits 500K level, we can take our initials.
Yeah, and the holders are going up too. So that's the thing that it was saying. Look, you don't want to see a drop in holders. Holders
Right.
are going up pretty
Right.
fast, which is a good sign.
What's the
Ooh,
prompt for ChatGPT? We just showed it to you guys. We can
what's the
bring it
problem?
back up.
Yeah, bring it up. Here. Let me just move this down here real quick.
Oh my God, we're freaking going crazy right now. I love it. We're about to take another dip. Oh no, never mind.
So the prompt, let's see. Nappy had said, "What's
Okay,
the
so let
prompt for
me go back.
ChatGPT?" So the
Let me go
prompt was
back.
not like even that crazy of a
Look, look, look,
prompt,
look. Everybody,
Okay,
look,
so here, yeah.
look. The first thing that I put was let's trade meme coins together.
That's what I said. It wasn't that
That's
complicated.
the
It was
first thing
like
I put,
literally.
right? So the next thing I put after that, I said, I have a $50 budget to trade as budget. This coin is from Pump Fund and it's called Tofi. This contract address tells me what this is the contract address. Tell me what I need to do to make money on this coin. Super basic, nothing, and it gave me
Tell
a
me
whole
what I
entire
need to do
thing.
to make money. It said,
And then
okay.
after that, I put let's trade this coin with a strategy.
Mm.
And that's it. That's
So
all
that
I
was
did.
the part where once you said let's trade this coin with the strategy, it told you okay, take 50, do this, do that.
Right. And it
Um,
says it right here. Look,
and you
exit
don't have to
strategy.
think about
I
hold
got
up, we finna take profit right here. Take profit. It
take
hit
profit.
500. Yep.
No, it says 477.
Well, it hit that level. It's
We're
gonna hit
almost
it
there. We're
again.
almost there. We're almost
We're
there. Not
almost
yet.
there.
Now they are there. With
So it said 1 to 1.5. So it looks like this moment right here is getting a little bit top heavy, but it's super bullish. So you might want to go for the 1.5.
okay, let's go ahead and remove the ChatGPT so we can look at
Oh yeah, here.
we're at four. Oh, there we go. We're about to hit it.
There it is. It's
Hey,
there.
let's freaking go.
Let's go.
Take initials right now plus profit, 50% profit, everybody. We just freaking did it. We just did it. We just got
That's a
50%
2x
profit
right
right
there.
there. 2x, everyone.
2x
2x.
on chat.
Let's fucking go. Now we're waiting
Now
for
we're waiting, right?
3 to 5x, everyone. 3 to
Yeah.
5x.
So
And we're
take some
going to take
profit. Wait.
another 30%. 3 to 5x, everyone. We needed to go to around
Yeah. So
900.
5x at 250. That would be what 1.2 around there. So basically, this is
Yeah,
what ChatGPT says is the main thing right here. But even still, we're going for a 2x. We just doubled our money. $35. We made $60.
let's
I
go.
mean, we made 35 bucks.
Yep. Let's freaking go. Now it's all profit, everyone. We already got our money back.
Yeah, let that profit ride. And then it said, "When if it keeps going, take another 30." That is nice.
That
That
is
is
nice.
nice.
If
I wonder if we do like let's do this over and over to see like how many days like is it how many days is like accurate. I want to go until we get one because for everybody like in all transparency like this is the second time we did this like we did
dude, the
a
first time,
selfie
guys,
implement.
the first time that we
The
tried it,
first time I went crazy.
we got a coin at 2 million and it went to 73
Yeah,
million
it went to
dollars, everyone.
73 million. It was crazy.
I was like, am I just good at picking coins or what? Like, cause there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah,
Like, this
that's
is crazy.
crazy.
Oh
Yosef said,
my
"I
God.
wish I had a contract address." My bad, guy. He said, "I wish I had." I didn't really have a way to get it to you guys. Let me see. My bad. Let's see if I could. Am I in the comments? I don't
Well,
know if you guys could
we can
even.
tell everybody what it ends with. So the contract address it starts with 3SQS.
Right. So I
And
posted it right there in the comments. I think you guys could see it. Um, but in the future, I need to find a way where when we're on the stream, I can get you guys a contract address where you guys can copy and paste them. It makes it easier. Um, but for the most part, if you're in the Telegram, it'll be in there.
right there you go. Oh, everybody put in the. Wait, that's not the contract address, guys. That's the wrong contract address. Whoever just commented that.
Is it? That was me. Was that the wrong one?
Let me
Hold on, let
see.
me see.
Hold on. Let me just make sure.
Oh yeah, that is the wrong one. Hold on. My
That's
bad.
not the
Wrong
contract
token.
address, guys. Wrong
Wrong
contract
token. I don't
address.
even know where that came from. Okay, here is the right. Can I delete this?
Oh my God, we're freaking booming. Let's go.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to hit that 2.5x on this one. Okay, this is the right contract address. Starts with 3SQ. Wow. So we hit these levels perfectly fine. We're headed towards 650 right now. That would be our 1.5.
Let's freaking go.
And we got in down here. That's so crazy.
Look at that nice round
This
freaking.
rounded bottom.
Oh my God. We're about to get a God candle. I already know.
When
We're,
you guys when you see these rounded bottoms on the 1 minute, it's so beautiful. Rounded bottom here, rounded bottom here, rounded bottom here, rounded bottom here. Rounded
let's
bottoms pay
freaking
the
go.
bills. Ooh,
Let's
700. We above.
let's go.
Okay,
Let's
sorry.
freaking
Looks
go.
like we can hit our target of 5x. Is ChatGPT gonna call another 5x? It said
Well, it said 3 to 5x. You can
3 to
take off.
5x.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a token where I want ChatGPT to be like, don't buy that. I want to see if that will happen. Like, nah, bro, don't buy that.
Well, the coin that we first started this strategy with, it did tell us that it was gonna rug, remember?
Yeah,
But
it did say that it was gonna rug. It was
yeah,
this one. It even said like, just get out if you see people start dumping it.
right. But it's funny because the coin did rug, but it didn't rug until $73 million. So it was
Later.
crazy.
But the crazy part about it is, I'm not gonna lie, like coins like this, normally I wouldn't touch these coins,
Right.
because they already look like they got beat up. When it was over here at like 500, before it even started rounding, it looked like it was gonna double top right here. We were on stream when this was happening. This looks like it could have double top. It came back down and it kept going. Created a nice cup and handle, and now we're headed off, to 600K. So
Let's freaking go. This chart is looking beautiful right now.
yeah, look at it on the 5 minute. That's crazy.
Gorgeous chart. Gorgeous chart.
15-minute chart looks exactly how you would expect. Initial pump, initial pullback, and then a continuation.
Let's go. We need to get to that 1 mil chart. We need to get to once we get to the 1 mil, we can take a 30% profit, 30 to 40% profit, and then we can let the
Yeah, and
rest.
then let the rest ride forever, right? In case it goes to like 100 mil or something.
Yep. Now, if it
Or you
did,
could just take 5x and call it a day.
or you could do that too. But
Yeah.
if it dips to 250 again, then you add another $10.
And you add another $10 at 250 again.
Yep.
I don't know if I would even do that, to
Hey,
be
we're,
honest with
we're
you. But
trying
I
to.
would let. I mean, you got to listen
Well,
and see what happens.
but Jay, we only put 35, remember? So we're not using our full $50. So we're
Yeah.
okay with our $50. Like the whole point, we had our $50 and that's our $50, right? So
Right.
if we are not if we're putting an extra $10, we were already thinking about putting the full $50 in the first place.
Right.
You
That's true.
know?
So it's
So
already. So our bag already right now is at, let's see, 2x, 3x. Yeah, we're already at like $120.
right. Exactly. So we're doing pretty good so far. If it dips, we'll put another $10 and only if we believe that the coin will go up, everybody. It's not, hey, as soon as it dips, put $10 back in. It's only if we truly believe that the coin can go back up according to the metrics of the chart. So you have to know how to read a chart a little bit.
Right.
Don't just let ChatGPT do all the work. You have to also be smart in your own consensus at the end of the day.
Yeah, you got to have a little bit of discernment.
Right.
So if this thing starts, can we ask ChatGPT a question? Because I'm gonna ask it like, yo, right now we're at 650K. I don't feel comfortable buying at 250K again. I just want to see what it'll say. If it
No,
says
but
like,
it
stop being a
literally
little scaredy cat.
no. It's just gonna tell us the same thing again. You only buy again if you believe in the coin. That's it. That's what it's gonna tell you.
Yeah, that's true, and it's bouncing right here. Damn, this is a nice trade. I ain't gonna lie. And look at over here is number one trending. Um, so it wasn't a hard coin to find. It's not like you had to be in some private group or something. It's
Right.
literally, and this is why I like GMGN, because honestly, on this platform, the main tokens are right here. What everybody's buying today, it's literally right here, and you can go from the minute, the 5 minute, the hour. What everybody's buying is right here. The holders are going up on this like crazy, so it still looks bullish in that regard. Bouncing on the 13, which is my favorite moving average.
Let's see, guys. This might be a good trade. I mean, we already made our money back and then some.
Yeah, this is already a good trade. Yeah,
So, and most of you will be like, "Oh, you only made 60 bucks." I don't give a. I made 60 bucks that I didn't fucking have before. You
yeah.
know, like,
If
come
not,
on.
if you don't care about the amount of money, take it as a proof of concept, right? If you can make $10, and you can make 100. If you can make 100, you can make 1,000. If you can make 1,000, you can make a
And
hundred
mind
thousand.
you,
So
guys, you can do this with multiple coins. You don't have to do it just. It's not like this is your only trade of the day. Like you
yeah,
could do this with multiple coins if you want. Um, but don't ever see a 2x as a bad thing, guys. Like a 2x is a 2x at the end of the day. Like that is profit that you didn't have before.
I think that messes people's head up. You know what I mean? Because like if they only put $50, they're like, oh, it's a 2x, it's $100. Well, $100 is not an extreme amount of money, but you got to take it as like that's a extreme win. That's 100%. 100% are in the world of finance in general. 100% are hard to come by. So if you're
Yeah.
able to if you're able to double 50 and then double 100 and then double 200 and then double four, you know how quick those numbers will go
But
up.
it's not even okay. So I think so. I used to be a financial advisor, and this is
Yeah.
how I think. I know the ins and outs of money, right? And this
Right.
is how I think of it. Okay, so let's say I only do one trade, and every single day I make $100 a day. A
Hmm.
hundred dollars a day, right? That's already, by the way, somebody's fucking salary. Just
Facts.
okay. So $100 a day for a whole maybe a month or two. Next time that I go and trade on the third month, now I can enter in with $100 instead of 50, right?
Right.
Because guess what? You're gonna be a smart man and you're gonna save your money and you're not gonna spend it like a dumbass, right? Because we are here to make ourselves richer. We're not here to spend and become poorer. So you're going to save that money that you just made from your trades because most likely if you can only afford $50, it means that you're still either working a 9 to 5 or like you're really short on money or whatever, right? Whatever it is. But at the end of the day, you made that money that month or for the next 2 months. Then on the third month, you can start maybe not even 100. You can start maybe entering in with $75, right? And then
Hold on. Our followers are dropping fast, so this would be where I'm like later.
and then you would make a 2x on 75, and then you just keep going from there and then saving and then trading and then saving and trading and not seeing it as, oh my god, I'm only making $100 a day. You see it as, oh my god, I'm making $100 a day and I'm going to save this to the point that next time I can enter in with a little bit more because now I have money. Now I have, I'm in profit. I'm not negative. So it doesn't matter whether you get a 2, 3, 5,
Yeah.
10x. Don't, and maybe one day when you're trading, you get a 10x, right?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be a 2x every single day, but the matter of the fact is, who cares? You have a 2x every month. Like you need to start thinking
Like
positive.
it's a percentage. Like think in terms of percentages. Like you're getting a 50%, 100%. Like those are good numbers. So like this is what I like to tell people because sometimes I have to talk to people who have $200,000, and sometimes I talk to people who have $10. What really matters is a 50% is good no matter who you are. If you only got $10, making an extra $5 so you got 15 is great for you. If you
Yeah,
have 100K, making an extra 50K is great for you. So, it's less about, and this messes people up because people want to make extreme amounts of money in meme coins. So they'll be up $500 or maybe
yeah,
they'll be up 20. I know people who have been up $20,000 and then they round trip it because they say, hey, it's not a million. But it's like, yo, the truth of the matter is you made 1,000% on something. You should
yeah,
take something off of the table. So,
exactly.
but back to this token right here, because I see these holders dropping a little bit, I get a little iffy. ChatGPT says hold the phone. Um,
We're holding. We
hold the
ain't
phone
selling it.
right here. This is the level where I start to get a little bit weary, but let's
But
see.
this is where you have to cut off your emotions.
Hey,
just
you're
just
right. You're right. I gotta
balls
cut
of
off my
steel,
money. I gotta buy some more at this level. You know.
balls of steel, balls of steel. I learned that
Hey.
from Tima this morning because she literally said she had balls of steel. So we're gonna have balls of steel, and we're not gonna have any emotions, even if it's dipping right now.
Okay. Keep
We already
moving.
made profit, guys. We already made profit. We already made our money back. So I don't know what everyone's tripping. Just chill.
We're already in profit.
Yeah, it's
Already in profit. So now
it's
we're just playing with the house money. So let it ride. It could go to 100 mil, and that would be, that would be like, I mean, if it went to 10 mil right now, that'll be over 20x.
right. And
So
mind you,
that'd be
again,
great.
what ChatGPT said is if it hits 250 again, where if you believe
If you believe it in.
and the metrics of the chart all prove, that you feel like this coin is going to go back up, then you put in another $10. Okay? But if you don't and you think it's just going to keep dipping accordingly to the metrics of the chart, then that's when you just go ahead and take everything out.
Right. So yeah, we gonna keep an eye on this, see what happens by tomorrow. But as of right now, shoot, as of this trade today on this stream, we are in profit and a nice profit. You know, and you could have like up here, we got up here where it was more than, more than double your money.
Right.
So you're sitting on like you got at least $100 and some money still in this token, which is great.
We're still good. We're still good, guys. We're still
I
good.
might have to go to this method overall.
What do you mean overall?
Um, like just in general, when I trade, just only trade with this, only trade with this strategy. If it's winning every single time, Joseph said, "I'm gonna try this method." Yeah, you know what? Hey, try it. If any of you guys try it, I would love to see your results. I would love to see how it worked for you guys. If you guys hit the same, the same kind of positive result like we did, or if it ended up being more complicated, that would be dope. Um, he said, I will be satisfied with 10% on a daily basis. Yeah, because it'll go up over time.
Mhm.
First it'll be 10% of $10, $1, but over time it'll be 10% of $100, 10% of 1,000. And that's, it'll grow exponentially. You know what I'm saying? So I think it really messes people. I'm telling you, it really messes people up to sit around and think like, I'm gonna make $1 million on this token, and then you'll make 1,000x, and you're sitting at like 100K, and you're not selling because you're trying to get that number to whatever. You know what I mean? If you have life changing money on the table, like take it. Change your life first, and then come back and do it again.
And the
Christian
way
says
I
I
like to
would
think
exit
it,
under 200K, huh?
the way I like to think it is, if you already made all your money back and a little bit of profit, and you're letting the rest ride, and let's say you lose that all, why are we crying? That was never your money in the first place.
Oh, it's yeah. You just got extra money, so I think everybody's good. Everybody will be good with that. Have a little moon bag, keep some dust, keep a moon bag in case it goes to 100K. I've seen crazier things happen. I've seen tokens come back from 50K and go all the way to like multiple
Mhm.
100Ks, which I get sad about some of them that I sold,
Right.
but Christy says I would sell under 200K. Yeah, that would be what ChatGPT says. Like when it gets to this level, we got to decide how we feel about it. I think I will let it hit this level, kind of go sideways. And look, I don't feel anything about this token. I didn't even go to the Twitter. I can check out the Twitter and see what it's about. So for me, like most likely when it gets to that level, I won't be buying again. I'll be happy with my 2.5x,
Mhm.
and be cool unless I go into this community and all of a sudden like I meet some cool people and I'm like, okay, we're holding this token for a different reason. So this is what the token is: pioneering seamless RWA tokenization, developed first AI powered bot. So it's an AI RWA token that launched on Pump Fund. Interesting. So if I looked at this and I thought, oh, you know what, actually
It
they're
actually
building
looks
something.
decent. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
lie
like
to you.
they built something. I'm like, actually, they built something that. So
Yeah, this
this is
actually looks.
a paradigm shift in capital markets. So it's crazy how we made a 2x and then we start looking at what the token does, right?
Right.
Paradigm shift in capital markets. Token refinances bring real world assets on chain from real estate, art, and equity. Our AI powered tokenizer bot guides you through the entire process. So they have a quick AI way to tokenize real world assets, which we know this is the big thing right now. Millions and billions of dollars uh, is coming into this. Sounding like Trump. Millions and billions and billions. RWA marketplace, the fuel. So this token is the fuel of the token.
I'm kind of bullish on this token right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
It
From
says
what I'm
Token
looking,
serves as the native utility token of the tokenary ecosystem, offering tangible benefits across the platform. Asset issuers benefit from reduced tokenization fees, paying zero point 0.3 versus zero point 0.5, while stakers earn competitive yields and gain access to advanced features. Additionally, it enables a rich marketplace. So, pretty pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So let's see. The only thing I will hate on this token about is where's your team? Because this sounds like, some pretty complex stuff. Might have to look more into this because I'm big on RWAs and this token is
I'm really
back
big on
back
everything.
at back at 500K. So buying down here, ChatGPT was onto something. ChatGPT was onto
Hey,
something.
but give me a little credit because I found the coin.
Okay. Stacy did it. She made us a 2x today.
I
you
found the
know,
coin, everyone, and I did it just out of nothing. I didn't even like look at anything. I just said, "Oh, okay, cool. Here's the contract address." That's it. I didn't even do much. I didn't think twice. I didn't nothing.
back at 550 is crazy. Banana Republic says Stacy looking three fire emojis as always, not just one, three of those things.
Thank you. All right,
All right,
where we are
so
right
what do we think? What are we thinking? Okay, we'll see if it survives this right here. It's looking. I ain't gonna lie, we might get that 5x from Chat GPT again. Still trending on the hour. Looks pretty good. So overall, it looks like this strategy is like an actual strategy that might work. You know, said if I could put infinity fire emojis in, yeah, okay,
now. Whoa,
infinity fire emojis.
we got somebody that has a crush on Steve. I don't even look that crazy today, but I appreciate you.
So yeah, here's what we're gonna do since we're like pretty much at the end of the stream. You know, let's keep track of this token. Let's see where it's at tomorrow morning. When we hop on our Wednesday stream. So you guys definitely, come back. Let's get an update. See where ChatGPT got us to on this. But as you can see, this strategy is something that like I guess it works. The main thing I guess it does is kind of coaches you through, the part that most people fail at when it comes to trading tokens, which is like, hey, take your profit here, buy down here, do this, do that. Like we even seen somebody who trades meme coins all the time, said I would have probably sold this too early at a 1x, and then I would have missed out on an extra $25. Starting with $50,
Right.
different things like that. So this strategy is pretty interesting. We're going to keep trying this out. We're going to keep doing it. And, if you guys have any questions, comments, and like I said, if you guys do this, please let us know. I think it will be pretty dope to hear. If you guys had results, it would be pretty dope to hear. If you guys had some issues, like let me know if you guys run into anything interesting when it comes to that. He said, so it's V4. Yeah, I believe it's Chat GPT V4. And also, try it on Grok, try it on Gemini. Let's see who's the best DGen AI trader out there. Stacy is a Chat GPT gal. I'm a
I
Grok
love.
guy.
I've tried every other freaking platform, and nobody does it like ChatGPT. I'm sorry.
Really? See, I like Grok. So like when I use Grok, because actually, Grok, I was actually able to do coding, like a little bit of coding with Grok, and I tried with
You
Chat
can do
GPT.
coding with
But I
ChatGPT.
didn't have, but I didn't have Chat GPT 4. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So I didn't, and look, for everybody, if you're already paying for your Twitter check, you get Grok for free. I mean, not for free, you're already paying for it. So that's why I just went with it and it worked. So yeah, so with that being said, you guys, we're gonna head on up out of here. We made some money today on stream. We're gonna see we're checking on those trades tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share the videos. We're going to be bringing you guys more dope content all the time. Next week, actually, no, this week, actually, we have a giveaway coming. I will announce it tomorrow for some free crypto. We're going to be giving away tomorrow. Shout out to you guys. So, with that being said, remember, always think positive and positive things will happen. RIP to crypto roots. And remember, never finish a negative statement about currency. Until next time, peace.